There is something refreshingly stubborn about the way this amplifier sits on a shelf. While everyone else is chasing the latest wireless trends or shrinking their gear down to the size of a paperback book, this thing just leans into that classic heavy-duty aesthetic that feels like it could survive a minor earthquake. It is not trying to be a smart speaker or a streaming hub. It is just a serious piece of hardware designed to move air and make music sound like it actually has some weight behind it. When you turn that volume knob, there is a satisfying mechanical resistance that you just do not get with digital sliders or app-based controls. It feels substantial, and honestly, that is half the fun of owning a piece of gear like this. Under the hood, it is pushing a clean 100 watts per channel, which is plenty of headroom for almost any living room setup. What makes it interesting, though, is how it handles the transition between the old school and the new. You have got your gold-plated analog inputs, including a dedicated phonostage for those who still swear by vinyl, but then you flip to the back and find a high-end USB DAC. It is a bit of a strange marriage, but it works. You can feed it high-resolution files, DSD, or those massive 384 kHz PCM tracks, and it handles them with a level of clarity that makes you realize just how much detail you might have been missing. The little digital indicator on the front panel is a nice touch, too, letting you know exactly what format is hitting the speakers without needing to squint at a computer screen. The flexibility here is genuinely impressive. Being able to toggle between speaker sets A and B, or even running both at once, gives you a lot of freedom if you are trying to wire up a second room or just experimenting with different sound signatures. But it is not perfect. If there is one thing to nitpick, it is the remote. It feels a bit like an afterthought compared to the tank-like build of the main unit, and it is cluttered with buttons you probably will never touch. It is a minor annoyance, sure, but when the amplifier itself feels so intentional, the remote feels like it belongs to a different, cheaper product. Still, when you sit down and actually listen, those little gripes tend to fade into the background. The sound is punchy, precise, and remarkably transparent. It does not color the music or try to force a specific personality onto your tracks. It just gets out of the way and lets the speakers do the heavy lifting. It is the kind of performance that makes you want to go through your entire digital library just to see what else you can uncover. If you are looking for something that prioritizes pure audio fidelity over flashy gimmicks, this is a solid contender. It is a workhorse that respects the source material, and in a market flooded with disposable tech, that is a rare thing to find. It is not the cheapest option out there, but for the build quality and the sheer, unadulterated power it brings to the table, it is hard to argue with the value. It is just a really solid, honest piece of equipment that does exactly what it says on the box, and sometimes, that is exactly what you need.
Check out the video description for updated price. And thank you for watching this video.